Hey, it's JC1424 once again with Gran Turismo 4, and in this episode of our GT mode playthrough, part 63, we're going to go for some more endurance racing. I think for the first time since we did the New York 200 miles, whenever we used that Acura DNX, I think that's what it was called, wasn't it? But we're at 44.4% game completion, that's interesting. Last episode we did World Classics, and it rained all damn video. Hopefully noise reduction turned out well. I haven't actually edited that yet. I'm just deciding to record this one video today and then 2 tomorrow. I usually do 3 in one session. But we're going to go to Australia for our car in Laguna Seca 200 miles. The other track in California aside from Sonoma. We've actually never driven or raced against a car from Australia in this game. And like, Australia is not only its own country, but it's its own freaking continent. And so it doesn't go with European events or Japanese or American. Even though 2 of these originate from America or Britain, these Ford shit. We're gonna go to FPV, which is Ford Performance Vehicles, and oh my god, I love the FPV F6 Typhoon and the FPV GT. Obviously, we're gonna go with the GT, but it's the same damn car in the end. It's just higher performance. 388 horsepower as opposed to this one, 361. Such a gorgeous car. It's gotta be one of the best cars that Ford has ever made, in my opinion. So, Vixen, which is red and white, that's already just freaking awesome to look at. I mean, I can understand people liking this, but I don't want that. That's really cool. I guess that's kind of tropical looking. That's a nice color. It's not as minty as I would like for it to be. No. And yes, you know, some colors you gotta have, like white. I like the white with the blue. That makes sense for them to call it winter white. Rapid with the yellow and black. That's like another Bumblebee paint job, and I like the Bumblebee paint jobs. But I think there's these colors here I like more. I mean, I've driven like maybe 3 orange cars throughout this series, and I guess we should pull out another orange one right here because this one is just so freaking hot. It's a Mandarin. I'm stuck between this, red, and blue. This, red, and blue. Honestly, that blue looks the best in shot, but you don't know what it's going to look like once you pull it out on track. Fuck it, let's pick it in this color. Okay, let's head back on into this yellow and blue endurance events Coliseum thing. I mean, they're all kind of Coliseums, all these darn ones, but we got a license requiring winning prizes, 200,000 credits. I mean, that ain't much, but still, I mean, we're already over 1 million, so we're climbing away to being able to afford a freaking GT super race car. All cars permitted, but this one should be for sports cars and supercars. And if they do bring any supercars here, I should be able to handle them with my driving skill and whatever. Y'all saw it happen whenever we did that that American event where I pulled out the Viper, and then the guy in the same car as me couldn't do shit. But yeah, it's 90 laps. And hopefully this isn't like 2 hours or something, because I figure we'd be going more than 100 miles an hour on average, right? I think maybe this should take an hour and a half or an hour and 40 minutes, somewhere around there. Also, in this video, I'm wearing this Red Sun Rising t-shirt. Red Sun Rising was one of my favorite bands. And then they broke up at the beginning of 2020, and then they started a band called The Violence, who should have an album out by the time this video comes out. So, you know, what is it? March 4th? I think it's March 4th. I swear they should have an album out. So let me put that up in the top right if they do. And after purchasing the car, the horsepower goes from 388 to 394. That truly is a big help. So, turning off them driving assists. I really shouldn't have a problem driving this thing. I don't think I've ever driven this car in this game, though. Okay, the Celine S7 and the Ford GT are definitely competitors for us. Those are like the supercars here. Then you got the Shelby Series 1, which is pretty cool. The Chevy Camaro SS and the Pontiac GTO. I think those cars might be more on our level. Let's just see if I got this. And I've got almost 400 horsepower. 200-point race. Game. You want to bet? Something tells me that this is not going to work. Okay, let's head back into Australia to Ford Performance Vehicles. and put more performance in the car because it doesn't have enough of that. I mean, the first thing I'll probably do is go to turbo. I might also want to do a rate reduction. What is this? A supercharger. Yeah, let's get that. And then we'll go to other, which is where the weight reduction shit is. I think, the first couple of them should do, but you have to get the first one before you get the second one. We're only having to spend like a little bit extra on this car so far. I also don't know about the tires, because it still might be so heavy that we really wear them out. And this kind of is intended to be like a tuned up car in the first place. You just look at it and know what it is. Okay, so we've gotten these weight reductions on them. Let's go ahead and get the third one just for the hell of it. Make it weigh the least amount as possible. And we're down to 1,500. That's pretty good. Well, there goes us having 1,000,000 credits. We're down underneath that just a bit now. But let's head back in there. See if they change the lineup. I'm sure they're going to change colors. And Corvette Grand Sport, Corvette ZR1, Shelby Series 1 Supercharged, Callaway C12, and Dodge Viper GTS. These are all great cars. Now we're down to a 101 point race. Well, that means that I should definitely be able to do it, because I was hanging on and only losing like a couple seconds at every section of the track last time. So now I should be passing them. But of course, we'll still have to worry about how the tires wear down on this thing now that we're being more aggressive with it. Okay, this is more like it. I mean, they were already out in turn 1 by the time I got right here. Okay, let's be careful. Yeah, it definitely weighs a lot less now. Gotta be careful on the rear tires. I'm gonna destroy them. It'll be a lot easier to drive this thing once I'm not talking anymore. I'm doing that sliding off because I am trying to give this Viper room. Honestly, I expect the Viper to finish better than where he's starting in this race. So yeah, I'm losing time in corners like that just because I'm being diligent on the throttle instead of just flooring it. But I'll grow into this car, figure this race out. I don't think I'm really concerned about any of this competition anymore. Okay, we got the big ol' sign. The roid sign. I don't know why I'm so worried about the tires peeling out. I think it's only going to happen in the lower gears and the tight corners. Trying to pass the Callaway C12. That is not how that was supposed to happen. But I'm trying to late brake him, and he's making me drive all the way off the other side of the track. Whoopsie daisy. I like that they have more Corvettes in this game, all the different models. Not just the Grand Sport, but the ZR1, and then a bunch of the different older ones, and still having the Z06 and the race car. I wish they had a newer Corvette race car in the game, but I don't think there was anything really that special. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. I keep on being dizzled on the throttle to prevent stuff like that from happening, and it still happens. And I need to pay attention to what I'm doing if I want to track these guys down. But at least we have some actual race footage, right? Okay, we got it down to a 4.4 second lead. And That Shelby is hanging with them. I think that's the Shelby, right? Because, yeah, he's still here. They haven't passed him yet. Yeah, I'm getting better at controlling that wheel spin off the corners. I guess I'll just kind of transition whenever I get there and focus. But basically, I'm going to be doing what you just saw me do for a while. For the entire race. Yeah, the tires aren't lasting long enough. And the car is too big to rotate through the corners the way I need it to. I did eventually find something and start gaining back the 0.3 seconds I was losing every lap by not, really having it in me. I found something in the car, but then right whenever I did that, the tires wore out. So I need better tires and maybe a slight horsepower upgrade. Back in the FPV tune shop, let's go into tires and get some racing tires, obviously. I don't know about super hard or just regular hard. I mean, I think medium would do it, but I'm spending more and more to get tires that I think are suitable. So might as well just get, this, and that'll last me as long as I might need them to. Hopefully I can still corner good with those tires, because with standard tires, I don't think you're dwindling back and forth between slick and or just getting a ton of grip and then running out of it or whatever. So, and then we also need to get some horsepower. I don't want to get any of these innate tuning things because you're just basically going back on what we did with the turbo. Port polishes. See, I mean that might do it right there. Engine balancing, that would also do it. Racing chip usually covers a lot. Does that cover more than the engine balancing? It does, and it's the cheapest one. I mean, Nitrous won't last me this whole 90 laps, so I don't want to be getting that and trying to use it every lap and then running out after 3 or 4 laps. So obviously we're going to go with the racing chip, and this should do it for us. Hopefully they still bring those 2 good cars, or cars as good as that. Bring the Celine S7 again. I actually didn't know what the 3rd place prize was, but it's 65,000 credits. So whatever this next attempt is going to pay, we're going to stick with it. I might have even gone with 4th place, which is looking like we were going to wind up because of how much our tires are wearing off. People think it's that's nuts, JC. Why would you do the race that long twice? Maybe because I like racing, and I like driving this car. It's pretty. Oh my god. They brought the Ford GT, the Celine S7, the Grand Sport, and the Shelby Series S1 Supercharged. We all know that Ford Mustang Cobra ain't do shit on this FPV GT though. But those are the 4 best cars that they've brought here at this point. Remember, the ZR1 wasn't really that good. I was able to handle that early on in the race. Yeah, that Grand Sport was kicking our ass. So now it goes down from 101 A-Spec point race to 76. I think that Ford GT is going to be a force to reckon with this, but I'm okay with losing to the Ford GT. That's a car that I want to have and do an episode with. Maybe 2 episodes. You could buy one. I think so, right? I don't know what colors it comes in. Hopefully it comes in white with blue racing stripes, because that's one of the more preferable ones. And also red with white racing stripes, like the one on the cover of Ford Racing, too. There's the Celine S7. Speaking of which, there's a one-make race for the Celine S7, even though the car only comes in 3 damn colors. So, I'm going to do that at some point. I mean, we're already up to 4th, and trying to get to 3rd. We're tracking down the Grand Sport, and now it's the Ford GT to be worried about. Okay, I think he's got more straightaway speed than me, but he's over-braking like crazy. Damn, man. God. See, the thing is, I made so many adjustments after the first attempt that I don't know how much better I might have been if they showed up the second time. Because obviously, this Ford GT and the Celine S7 didn't show up the second time. But I'm pretty sure the Celine S7 would have been better the second time as well, and it's still better right now. I just need cars to stop fucking driving into me. Why is it so hard for you people? I catch you, and then I try passing you, and then you stop me. I catch you, I try passing you, then you stop me. And I keep getting driven into. I wonder if they're sitting in their car like, why do you keep on hitting me? What is your problem? Whoa! Okay. Ford GT is driving away. Well, I did catch him by 0.4 seconds in that last section, regardless of all the freaking traffic. We should have this race 1 now. My tire condition is the same color as the car. That's awesome. Gotta love that. Everybody does. With how long my tires are gonna last, and how much better I can go through these corners than the Ford GT, just because the way they make the AI, I mean, I'm still catching them every little section of the track. We should have this. I've never had to redo an endurance race because I always just back out and make adjustments and stuff, if that's the case. That's the thing, is I need to start considering doing that just to get the extra money and to show you that there's more than just racing than winning. It's like, it's feeling the impact of not winning, but still getting money for it and using that money to tune the car to make it better and then win it. Oh my God, JC, what are you doing? You ain't gonna catch him driving like that. Says the sign, and says JC. All it took was getting some better tires and just a little more horsepower. We're still getting A-spec points, and we are beating a Ford GT. And why don't the brakes work? I feel like I'm hitting the brakes at the right time, but now I've got all this freaking power and I can't stop using it. So now I feel like I've got too much power. I feel like I had just enough last race, but the tires weren't last long enough. The thing is, I don't know if I could have been frequently consistent to actually track someone down the amount that I was last time. Yeah, you know, I went from being 0.3 seconds off every lap to 0.5 seconds faster, and then the tires immediately just died off. So maybe getting the racing chip wasn't necessary, but it was just 1,250 credits, so whatever. He's back. I have no front tires, and he's back. The racing tires last less than the regular tires. Where are you going, car? Hit the brakes at the same time every fucking lap, and all of a sudden this lap it's just completely different. Okay, I will pit, game. Fine. What is wrong with these fucking tires? I was 14 seconds ahead, and now I'm 14 seconds behind. Some racing tires. Some hard racing tires, right? Can we enter pit road, please? That's all I want to do. I don't know what the car is capable of and what the car is not capable of. So we're getting the fuels, and we're getting the tires, and I have to go track this guy back down all over again, and then by the time I get there, my tires are going to be shot. And then we'll probably both have to pit. I don't know how often anybody else here is pitting. I thought I'd be pitting less often. Now I'm pitting more often, or just as much. I shouldn't be pitting on lap 14. I should be pitting like every 12 laps, to be honest. Or every 11 laps almost. I don't freaking know, but this is terrible. This is so bad. Now I'm 35.7 seconds behind. And when am I getting on the track? I'm not getting on the track. Okay. Why are you driving like this? You don't need to drive like this. I think this is silly. No. That's a dumb pit road exit. So now the Celine S7 is leading because the Ford GT is pitting 1 lap later. Just 1 lap later. You've got to be kidding me. You know, if I had known that, I would have been all stupid all the freaking run, just trying to make it last as long as possible, whenever that clearly wasn't working. And I can't drive right anymore because I'm doing the talking thing. Okay, we've caught back up to the Ford GT. And I'll pass him either in this turn or the next turn. I have no freaking idea. I mean, that's usually where I brake, and then he's braking more than me, so I guess that's what's going to happen. He's tapping my quarter panels. I did not give you permission to do that. Seems the Cobra is the first guy to go a lap down. I mean, he should be, but he's being difficult. He's already a lap down. I'm not the leader. You gotta keep in mind, it's a completely different ball game with the Celine S7 because he's slower than the Ford GT. So even if he's pitting like way less often, I am that much faster than him because we were 27 seconds back, and well, now I'm right behind him, and my tires are still good to pull away from him, and then he takes a stop, and then he loses like another 25 seconds or whatever. Oh my god, I hate you stupid fucking AI. They always do this fucking shit. Get the hell out of the way. I got a race to run. You're being a moron. Is he pitting? Yep, he's pitting this lap. Well, I guess I didn't need to do that. but I felt like it. There you go. Put the text on the screen. And we're going to lead the 22nd lap of the race. He pits every 22 laps. And I plan to pit every 11 laps, but I guess it's helpful that I waited until lap 14, because that means I ain't got to worry about pitting on lap 88 or some shit just before the end. What are you doing? The Corvette Grand Sport was leading the race last time, and now he's falling a lap down, and I can't hear what the hell the damn gears are doing because I'm too focused on what this guy's doing. But I'm up to a 14-second lead again, which is where I was before my tires got destroyed last run. So, yeah, I should have to pit on lap 25, which would be 11 laps after lap 14 or whatever. Oh my god. But seriously, this guy is driving like this, falling a lap down whenever he was leading last time. I only got a racing chip. With the 14.4 second lead, we head down pit road because the right front tire is cooked and destroyed. Oh man, look at the way the car, that front end, it almost seems kind of classical but new age at the same time, the way this paint job is with the front white stripes and all that. But there goes the Ford GT, and I'm already leaving my pit stop. But then there's this long, ridiculously drawn out process of pulling off pit road. And it don't need to be that way. That guy back there in third place, the Laguna Seca, he ain't passing me. So I should be able to just pull onto the track. Oh my god. And so far my fast lap time is a minute 27.7 seconds. I'm probably going to capitalize on that now that I'm getting more and more used to driving this damn thing. Come on, let's go. The Corvette is holding up the Ford GT. You know, I never mentioned this, but for some reason, as a kid, I always felt that the Corvette Grand Sport wasn't actually a Corvette. Every other Corvette was, but that one is not a Corvette. It is a fake Corvette. But I mean, it was pretty good a while ago. Beat the ZR1, yes, and the ZR1 is actually a Corvette, okay. But we've caught the Ford GT again, and he is pitting this lap, which makes it safe for me to... Will you just get past and shit so that I can actually talk right? Come on. But anyways, we are passing the Ford GT. He will not leave me alone. I hate Gran Turismo AI. They're retarded as shit. Go away. I don't know how to drive to get around this fucker head over here. But he's gonna pit this lap. And I should be safe to pull away a little bit more after he exits pit road. And then whenever I take my pit stop, I will still have the lead, and we should have the lead for the remainder of the race. Fuck Gran Turismo AI, they're garbage. Yep, alright, front tire's cooked again, and this is our third pit stop of the race. I think this is the last one I'm actually going to show you, just because I'm in a very great rhythm now. I think the car handles a lot better on the hard tires, but they wear down faster. I was not expecting the tires to have the car handle better, but not last as long. I thought it would be handling a little bit better and lasting long, but that is not the case. And I think, honestly, if I went with the super hard tires, then this would not be the case. So we're still going to have the lead all the way to the very exit of pit road. He's 46.3 seconds behind. He's probably going to be like, 15 or something. Oh my god, this is so bad. This is so freaking bad. I swear you can go through this a little bit faster than this, or just not do that. Do they really have to do that? Good god. 25.5 second lead now. And finally, the Shelby 1 Series car is going a lap down. So that's 3 of people in the 6-car field that are a lap down. Of course, only 5 could go. Fucking bastard over here. I'm so tired of passing this guy. I am so very sick of passing him. I gotta pass him again because I gotta take a pit stop in like 2 laps. And I'm gonna And you pass this 4 GT, you can have the whole field lapped down. I actually didn't think that was possible. I mean, it didn't look like it was possible whenever we started the race, but once I got into a rhythm and actually putting in right times, then obviously. Holy crap, I barely set a new track record right there. We're approaching the Shelby Series 1 to put him a lap down, I think for the 3rd time, I'm pretty sure. And then this Mustang Cobra in the Corvette Grand Sport, I do believe this is their 5th time going lap down. I'm pretty sure they're already 4 laps down. And we got 4 laps to go. Why is the Selena 7 taking a pit stop on the last lap of the race? You're dumb. I think that 2 sign went down whenever the Shelby Series 1 went to pass the Corvette Grand Sport. I'm kind of just backing up over here so I can actually see, you know, how many laps down those 3 guys back there finish. And try to have that Shelby Series 1 be as close to me as possible. And then we'll know they'll provide his information. That's it. Okay, so yeah, he was 2 laps down, not 3. And here should come the Corvette Grand Sport. 4 laps down, okay. They give us that 200,000 credits. They didn't tell us the Mustang, but I would believe it's also 4 laps down because they were running about the same damn speed, weren't they? Or maybe it was 5 laps down for the Mustang for all I know, because he was the slowest guy on the track. I mean, that race took 2 hours and 18 minutes, but I've been recording for 3 hours and 10 minutes. His first 2 attempts and everything. Oh, the Ford GT40 race car from 1969. Ugh. So how many endurance races are there? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 of them, and I think I counted right. We've done 5. So we have 11 left. Some of them are short, some of them are moderately length, and then there's some really, really long ones. And we're actually eligible to do some of the really, really long ones right now, just because we have the IB license. I mean, that's 3 of the 5 licenses. But let's go into home, and we'll get back to doing regular stuff. You know, those are short, like a bunch of races tomorrow for episode 64 and 65 the day after that. But we're at 44.6% game completion, so that gave us 0.2%. So that's a big percentage of the game as far as laps go and the length of events. It just tells you about like the number of events when it comes to the game completion percent. But we're about to reach 17,000 A-Spec points. I'm guessing tomorrow, considering we're going to have like 5 races or something. See you next time. That's that, and episode over. I enter pit road faster, dude, because you suck.